Just real fast, sir, in the middle. Does the Constitution define marriage at any point in the Constitution? Does it define marriage?
That's a great question, and the answer is no. And that is at the heart of the state's arguments in support of their bans on same-sex marriage. The states that have these bans take the position that defining marriage has traditionally been a job for the state. And therefore, the United States Supreme Court should not interject its opinion in that question. Now, the overwhelming number of courts that have, federal courts that have looked at this question since the decision of United States versus Windsor have said that may be true, that this is traditionally a decision made by the state. However, the bans on same-sex marriage discriminate against a discrete group of people, same-sex couples. And therefore, you, state, or lawyer for the state, need to come forward and present a rational basis or a reason why that ban should continue, because it is discriminatory. And the question at the heart in all of these cases has been whether the lawyers for the state have been able to articulate a valid enough response to that question.
If I could, the Constitution, any topic that is not expressly in the Constitution is for the state. So all of the domestic relations policy, divorce, custody disputes, those with state law. And what's happening here is that they're arguing that under the federal Constitution, the Equal Protection Clause, a newfound right that just popped into existence somehow now invalidates those laws, a right that didn't exist before. And so that's the argument as to why it's the federal. But really, it's completely, as Justice Scalia said, it's completely outside the scope. They have no power.
And do you agree that this is a newfound right that is being recognized?
I don't. I think that the U.S. Constitution and the United States Supreme Court do interject in issues of equal rights and civil rights, and I think that my tendency is to defer to lawyers. I'm not a lawyer myself when it comes to constitutional issues, but what we have found is that court after court after court after court has debunked those arguments in favor of same-sex marriage bans, and so we see that as being fairly universal across the country, and we see that continuing